Y'all don't hate Trump but hard enough for me. Y'all just Jasmine Crockett, she's a COINTELPRO agent. She had y'all up here hating Trump for immigrants, but she's supposedly FBA. Hasn't said nothing about FBA having National Guard deployed on them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to run down see, and it's tougher for FBA because it's like, where do y'all run? They all got countries to run to. FBA, where do we run to? This is where we're from. Don't y'all know these people are arguing? There's literally people in the world trying to argue that you were coming from Africa after 1776, where there's no boats. There would be pictures of multiple boats that they used during the trade. But it wasn't like that. It was only a couple of boats way before 1776, hundreds and hundreds of years before. Then they continue to breed y'all like animals. What don't you get? But y'all just, oh, I hate Trump because he he told somebody to do something. He was with Epstein. Bro, they were all with Epstein on his island. He was a rich billionaire millionaire. He was one of them. They were all with him. The Democrats too. So when do black people really sit up here and say, all right, well, you made us work for 100 years for free. You terrorized us for another 200 years. All right, well, you made us pay taxes after terrorizing us and never paying us for our work. All right, so y'all don't come up to a check. You watch the Japanese get checks. Well, you're not watching because you actually not quote unquote woke. See, this is all woke stuff. Woke, woke, woke. Right? But you hate Trump so bad. But Trump's the only president to ever talk about reparations openly for your people. You can't even tell me where Obama has done it. He said he will not do it. He's called you an immigrant, FBA. So please tell me where and what time zone and what lifetime does FBA have time to be a damn Democrat? Like I told y'all before, that's the most expensive party. So if you're wondering why the party that had $1 million suites for 3 days for a convention, if you wonder why they don't care about you, they're not talking about reparations, they're not talking about uplifting your lineage, a hate crime bill for your lineage, none of that stuff that they gave to other people that's been here for less. For less. They have not been here for the amount of time. FBA has been here since the beginning of America. Bro, like you really gotta be stupid. FBA, you're tracing your lineage back to 1800s to early 1900s. The people that are telling you what you're about to do in this country haven't even been here since they just got here in 1920s, 1900s, early 1900s. And these people are telling you what to do, kicking you in your ass. They're telling you what to do. Yeah, just like, oh man, you ain't gonna say nothing to me. It's past somebody telling you and say something, and it's over for all of that. They got your whole life, everything what you consume, everything, your daily schedule, everything. You're programmed, and you can't understand that because you just hate Trump so bad. Trump is the only president to come out and actually acknowledge what the 14th Amendment was for. It's always Republicans doing for the black people, and the Democrats literally trying to bring black people down. Had nothing to say for Sonya Massey signing bills for cops. Barack Obama, right? But y'all mad at Trump. Barack Obama deported the most. Y'all not mad at Barack Obama? Barack Obama is everything Trump want to be. Trump will tell you. Barack Obama bombed, killed the most. He deported the most. Did I mention he deported the most? Like, what are y'all talking about, bro? It's the hate Trump trade, bro. It's only cool. It's only cool to hate Trump when a female comes out and she you like how she looking. Oh, did you see when Trump and that is so, or some sassy dude comes out and says, Trump, we're gonna stand up to you. Like, all of that shit is corny, bro. It's either you're with America or you're not. Cause it's some people over here. They're talking about National Guards for the YNs. Nobody's worried about no damn YNs. Y'all gonna unalive each other in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 3 years, in the next month. Y'all are gonna unalive each other. They're not worried about y'all. They're worried about them sleeper cells. They're worried about what we call sleeper cells, quote unquote terrorists. That's what they worried about. They're not worried about what y'all be talking about. We're gonna stand up to you, Trump, and all. Oh, shut up. That's TT shit. They're worried about sleeper cells. These people are trying to come and kill you, Trump, unalive you, Trump. Allegedly, right? This is all allegedly video educational purposes. But they are trying to unalive you, Trump. They already did it twice. They're talking about some state of emergency. We've been under a state of emergency. Then I just see a dude walk down with it looked like he had, what did he have? An AR or M4? Like, didn't y'all just see him walk down in Manhattan? With that stick? In Manhattan. We're supposed to be a whole bunch of guards and everything. He was just unalived a police officer. It was a dude out in Idaho. Where was it? Idaho? Shooting people, sniping people from the mountain? Y'all not paying attention. Talk about, yes, they have the National Guard out there. There's people getting sniped out here. They're calling the fire department, and then there's people being sniped. That's why if you call the fire department right now, they're gonna come with the police because of that situation that happened a couple months ago. It was a month ago, a couple weeks ago. They're not really paying attention to what's going on. Yes, there's people here that's trying to snipe Trump. There's people here that's trying to get Trump out of here. And black people, I don't think y'all know. Y'all might, oh, well, Trump, who cares? Bro, I don't think y'all understand that the other side, they're scary. That's the real scare. The other side. If the other side get up, if we get with the other side, I'm scared for that. Like, I don't want to go back to the Democrats regime. I don't. They don't have nothing going for my people. It's literally trying to deteriorate the black community. That's what the Democrats want to do. They want to deteriorate the black community. So I don't want nothing to do with the Democrats, bro. The Republicans, it's like, all right, I could tolerate the Republicans. They're going to be racist, but it's going to be upfront, and it's like, I see what's going on. But what the Republicans don't understand is reparations for black Americans is the best thing for America. That strengthens not only the black community, but it rights the wrongs of what these slaveholders have done in America. And it takes that smut off your name, just like stuff like Henry Johnson, war hero. He's not recognized in America until 70 years later. He's been passed away, long gone, but France recognized him while he was alive. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, how is a dude getting an award? He's FBA. He's getting an award from another country that's comparable to the Medal of Honor in America, but America doesn't recognize him until 70 years after his death. He gets recognized with a sticker on his tombstone. Like, this is the type of shit that happens in America that nobody wants to speak about. Tourists getting unalived in La Perla, Puerto Rico. Nobody wants to speak about it because they taught you and made you programmed to want to be ashamed of being American. You're supposed to be white Americans too, but mostly black Americans as well. You are taught to be ashamed to be American. You shouldn't have no type of pride or nationalism in your heart for no reason. Even if you're FBA, you don't know anything else. You are literally created in America. You are literally created like breeded like dogs. Like, oh, we want this piece of Africans that we have right here that survived. You know what I'm saying? This tumultuous ride in chains, inhumane, disgusting. It was disgusting how they did our people. We're gonna take this little piece of Africans that we have over here. All right, Buck, get over here, Buck. And we just captured this Native American girl and make him have sex. That is literally FBA. That's how that was created. That was way before 1776. So if anybody, this is documented, my nigga. Even AI noticed. Anybody that's telling you that's not what happened and FBA isn't a lineage, it's people out here. A dude from Africa. I know it's a continent. It sounds so stupid to sit up here and say Africa when this whole country's over there. But he said that Ghana, I think he was from Ghana. He was on Tyreek's show. He said Ghana isn't a lineage. They do have a lineage, bro. I know they just came up with the country name, you know what I'm saying, a couple decades ago. Because y'all so tribal over there. Y'all are literally living in huts over there still. But yes, Ghananese or whatever, however you say it, Nigerian, all of those are lineages. Foundational Black American, that's a lineage because that's what we did over here. They called us black. You're black, right? They called red. You're red, and you're Indian. And that's their thing. Caucasian people, they don't care where you're from. They're gonna call you whatever they want to call you. Okay. So the natives, they got called Indians, and they weren't Indians. Okay. And that's extremely racist. Because then you'll have a group of people doing that for generations, and the next generation coming, well, they were always called Indians, so I thought they were from India. It's, don't you understand that that's like messing up the conscious level. See, there's people that tries to destroy the consciousness level, and then there's people that likes to raise the consciousness level. Usually the people that try to raise the consciousness level of society, if you look throughout history, you know what I'm saying, look through the Bible, look through all of these different ancient times in history, in modern times, in past years, anybody that tries to raise the consciousness level, they are cut down. Anybody that wants to destroy it, they are, raised to a certain status, which we would call like sacrificing somebody. We see it with the situation with Little Dirt. Look at the situation with Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Look at these different situations where people are trying to lower the consciousness level To whereas people are trying to raise the, oh, what we beefing for? What we beefing for? He gonna sacrifice you. That's FBG Duck, King Von, allegedly, right? So I'm letting y'all know anytime somebody tries to raise the consciousness level, they are cut down. Anybody that's not raising the consciousness level, they are built up. That's why I'm letting y'all know that whole thing with Umar and all that. They still bringing him on the Breakfast Club, knowing he is a whole scammer. It's gonna take for the FBI to have to do a whole sting on him and take him down and arrest him and charge him and find him guilty for somebody to be like, oh man, that was some. He was really scamming them people. No, it shouldn't have to take all of that. Let's look and see what he's. This man said he don't want to speak to you unless you have donations. And he don't want no help because he wants to deal with the donations personally. So what are you talking about? A personal school? Like, what's going on? This is a super private school that you're trying to build that has no students, no teachers, no guidelines, no none of the stuff that you have to pass for a school to be open. You don't have none of that stuff. You're just collecting donations for a building that you're calling a school. As if there was anybody ever at this school and you've been doing it for 20 years. This is what's been going on. It's this type of stuff that goes on, right? So I'm letting y'all know, bro. They are absolutely everything that they try to say anti-Semitism. Um, for the ish people, all of that stuff, bro. That's what they've been doing to Black Americans for hundreds of years. Don't you understand that? It might be hard for you. Like, it's. Do you understand that? What they did to Black Americans is worse than what they talk about Hitler and all the other Hitler. No, they were already doing that to Black Americans. Trail of Tears and all that. That is for you, Black. That's not just for people that's still wearing feathers and living in teepees on reservations. No, the you people, that was basically them was the fathers of those natives. They that didn't get killed and you know what I'm saying was able to run away and fight still and all that other stuff that made it. They were able to go that way, so they would be on the reservation today, living through those people, and most of them came from the Pacific side. You know what I'm saying? They came over here through Alaska and all that other shit, and a lot of people was already over here on the east. They look more like FBA today. I'm letting y'all know this because they came over from where? Africa. Where they don't tell y'all. They make it seem like white people was the. Do this make sense to you? Who do you think was the first people to come on boats to America? Black people or white people? Do you really think in your mind white people were the first people to come to America on boats? I want y'all to go look that up, bro. If you don't understand that, I'm sorry. And you probably don't understand anything. Black people are prisoners of war. We are prisoners of war. One of the most heinous war crimes of all time. And you psyop these people, you brainwash these people into believing that they are nothing merely but slaves. That they are nothing, they had no contribution, they had no community, they had no civilization before this, none of that. When really in all reality you were doing a genocide. Right? And now you don't want to mend the wrongs, you want to continue to put your neck on these people, put your foot on these people's necks. As if they are the ones that is going against you or something like that. Like we're tied in with these. We're not tied in with those people. Them people will tell you they sell that we're not tied in with them. They'll go back to their country. They'll go, you know what I'm saying, back to whatever they were doing, and they'll leave us here stranded, getting bombed to oblivion. Nobody thinks about FBA. I'm not talking about LeBron James. I'm talking about nobody thinks about FBA down there. FBA that's really, you know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks about that. And I told y'all if it was real, these people would vouch for it, but they work for the people that's going against you, the people that's really anti-Semitic towards your people. The real Shem. The real Shemitic. The real Shemite. So I'm letting y'all know, bro. If Kyrie, what happened when Kyrie tried to do it? What happened when Kyrie Irving tried to tell the truth? Mention what really happened, what's really going on, who you really are. Don't y'all understand that that's going on in America? Who did Trump just meet up with today? Putin, right? So Putin probably got a whole different worldview than Trump, right? Exactly. So how you think them people view us? And they walking around with pictures of a black Jesus. You'll never see that in America. People, what? Jesus being portrayed as black? Like black Americans? Like, come on, bro. I'm letting y'all know the history that America teaches and pushes. Anybody that's traveled the world, they come back and they know that they was lied to growing up in America. They know. Look it up. You were lied to, black and white people. It's not just the black people. Oh, black, you're always complaining, victims. That's like surface level regurgitated BS. Oh, victims and all of that is just that's like kid shit. He talking real. This is real life talk. This is this is this is facts. You can't beat this. Black Americans are prisoners of war. You never had a hate crime bill signed. Everybody else get a hate crime bill except you, but you were slaves here. You don't get paid for the slavery that was done here, but it's given to some other people from other countries who look like the same type of people. Like, come on, bro. So you're telling me Caucasians, Asians, everybody else gets, instead of getting reparations, they'll talk about aliens, they'll talk about everything, talking about somebody on the other side of the corner of the earth, and before they give you reparations. My nigga, they're talking about aliens right now.